When we actually grow up as a person, we can then show up as a leader. And you can't be childish and in charge. Hey everyone, it is Breakthrough Thursday, June 20, 2024. I want to welcome you into the Uncharted Way community. This is a community of future-focused people who really want to make uncharted progress in every direction of their life. And this is just an amazing journey that we've been on, learning how to lead ourselves, lead by example, lead with other amazing people, and really growing our own sense of territory or our sense of responsibility and sovereignty. But also, as you take new ground by doing new things, doing things you didn't think you could do before, you actually expand your capacity, right? You actually grow as a person, and then you show up as a leader. And I think a lot of people miss that point. They don't realize that when you and I grow up as people, as not 2D caricatures, not online personalities, but when we really grow in a multifaceted way, relationally, emotionally, physically, mentally, financially, spiritually, all the components, when we actually grow up as a person, we can then show up as a leader. And you can't be childish and in charge. You can't be acting childish and think that you still deserve the right to call the shots and be in charge. It doesn't work that way. And so if there is a childish person in charge, it could be very damaging to the person who's leading in that entitled, immature way. But it's also very painful and very discouraging for the people who have to put up with the ripple effects of that scenario. And so I want to encourage you that, yes, this is a community of leaders. And yes, we do show up and roll up our sleeves and we get to work on businesses, teams, nonprofits, networks, movements. I mean, that's really my field, where I have sphere authority, is helping people pioneer new fields and do that in a team approach. But the journey is more about you and who you're becoming. And so I want us to get over these limiting beliefs and these chronic challenges that keep holding us back from having real transformation, real breakthrough, and real uncharted progress. I don't want to just congratulate myself for the easy stuff. I want to keep dreaming about what's possible and go for it. Go for it in a really practical and personal way. And so I'm kind of just thinking out loud for just a moment. And what I want to talk today specifically is, how do you convince yourself that you can change? How do you convince yourself that you are even capable of uncharted progress? And growing up as a person is the prerequisite before showing up as a leader. And just to kind of emphasize that point one more time, the reason that means so much to me is because we are being invited to be a strength to other people, not a burden to them all the time. We're being invited to help, to lead, to create solutions, to create opportunities. And so many times people trip and they try, but they fail to see that their own insecurities or their own deficiencies are holding them back from being the influence and the impact that they're capable of. And so it's a two-sided coin. When you grow up as a person, then you can show up in that specific area as the leader of that area. because you've done it yourself. You've led yourself personally, privately, professionally. You've learned how to overcome the discouragement. You've learned how to navigate the distractions. You've learned how to steer very clear of the things that other people would tolerate, but man, that could disqualify your influence and your integrity later on. So it's by going on that personal journey, growing as a person, north, south, east, and west, then you've actually become, first you were lost, figuring everything out. Now you're the leader. You're the leader in that situation. So I want to invest in your leadership journey because it is a community for leaders, but it's actually a journey that you're going on to grow as a person. And so, yes, the result of you personally growing is going to be people are going to notice you on a leadership level. They're going to say, hey, that person is reliable. That person gets results. That person has good relationships. That person has a good reputation. But it's not that you're trying to be the manager of the company, it's that you want to go further faster and you want to take others with you. You want to be a mentor. You want to be a coach. You want to be an equiper. You want to be somebody who can set a good example instead of making excuses. So it's a two-sided coin. It goes both ways. You want to grow as a person, north, south, east, and west. That expands your capacity. And then you start showing up as a leader in those areas. So when you grow up personally for your physical, stature, and you're learning how to understand your body, listen to your body, take care of yourself, you become a leader in that sphere. All right. When you take time to listen to your spouse or your loved ones, and you want to grow in emotional intelligence and you want to grow in understanding, and you want to empower them, and you want to have healthy, open relationships, you become a leader in that area. And so, yes, the thing you're passionate about can become your profession, but the real word passion is connected to the passion of the Christ who suffered on the cross. And so when you're willing to sacrifice and even suffer for a time, then you become the one who is elevated, and you become the one who is treated as the leader, as the victor in that area. And so many times, the things we're passionate about can bring a lot of agony to us. It would be easier, to just not put up with the waiting and the wondering and the wandering, but we've got to be willing to put in that work. And what we find is that we're stronger on the end of this journey than we were when we started. We're stronger in our resolve. We're stronger in our execution. We're stronger in our teamwork with other people because we were willing to go on that journey. So just to kind of finish this first preamble, when you grow up as a person, you show up as a leader. And that's what people are waiting on. They're waiting on leaders to show up. They're waiting on leaders to set an example. They're not waiting on childish people to act like they are in charge when they have not matured. They have not tried anything, done anything, struggled through anything in order to emerge as the champion in the arena. And so wherever you are today, you are in the arena. And the arena is already happening. You can't say, wait, let me tie my shoes. Wait, let me catch my breath. No, you and I woke up today in the arena of life, of business, of leadership. We woke up in the arena and it is happening all around us. And the arena is so intimidating. It can feel like anarchy, and everything's happening all around us. And that noise can become deafening, and it can silence your confidence. It can silence your courage. It can silence the inner voice that is speaking life, hope, joy, abundance. And what you and I have to do is learn how to find our footing for the future. We have to learn how to get our ground with gratitude. We have to learn how to hold that ground with personal growth, so that way we do not lose our courage when it counts, and we keep putting in the reps. We keep showing up. We keep, you know, losing until we're the winners. You got to be willing to lose before you win. Before you, I mean, I'm just thinking even of the words of Jesus. He says, if you want to win your life, lose your life. And there's a principle that we can tap into with that. So, anyways, you can tell I'm fired up. I'm so grateful that we get to have this conversation again and again. And I just want to kind of send an invitation out. If you're watching this for the first time, I want to invite you to be a part of the Uncharted Way community. Learn what we are learning, and let's go on this journey together, making uncharted progress in every direction of our life, north, south, east, and west. And it is possible. And that might be the first step, is believing that you can change.